Hi. I'm not going to do a long stream right now. I know I say that a lot, but I just felt kind of inspired. It's the nature of an artist, man. Art is kind of etheric. It's kind of oil-based. Even though I'm a very masculine, salty, kind of rigid guy, art isn't that rigid. So I've learned this over the years, that when you feel something, just fire up the live stream and chat. I was going to talk about why I am proud to be Christian and why I'm very grateful of the Christians that came before me in America. Because right now the churches have pretty much collapsed in America. Hey, Georgie, relax, because of 501c3 and all that. But as someone who's homeschooling our kids, but me and my wife are, we're standing on the shoulders of giants, and there is no, hey, buddy. Yeah, I'm only going to be 10 minutes, buddy. Then we'll jump on the trampoline. So this is why I'm proud to be Christian and why I think people should really appreciate the American Christians that came before us. Even though our churches are completely effed. Hey, buddy. You can go jump on the trampoline, yeah. Is because the homeschooling movement in America, you got to understand that right now it seems like there's forces at work that want to make everybody think that there's been a slow march towards oblivion since the beginning. It is not the case. Back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, the state was trying to make it illegal to homeschool. And the Christian churches and the Christian Americans fought and fought and fought and fought to make homeschooling legal. And they won. My mother was part of the fight to make breastfeeding legal. You have to understand, the state and the zeitgeist and the Satan, they lose all the time. They just don't show you on the media. So when you get your worldview from the media, you think that it's this slow squeezing, and it's not. The good fight is always there. Georgie, please, I'm live streaming right now. We'll run in a minute. I'm in the process of being kicked out of my church for political correctness, and I'm not joking. That's not the church. The Christian Americans that did that fight and won, I wasn't homeschooled, but definitely learned more in the library, right, are still here. And they had children. They raised their children right. And they're seeing what's happening in the churches. The churches are not Christianity. The churches are not the Christian people and the good fight. And so I really hope that people... I really hope that people see the difference and not think that it's Christianity that is lost, or it's Christian people that have cucked, or it's that this has been a slow march to oblivion. In the 1960s, I breastfeed standing on the shoulders of legends. God bless Mama Jean. Yeah, and guys, without Christians in America, there's no homeschooling. Right now, the mask initiative that's happening now, back in the day, it was about schools. And it was Christians, and it wasn't Muslim Americans, it wasn't liberals, it wasn't, I don't know. I'm just saying that right now you're seeing a lot of Muslims standing up to political correctness in England and some parts of America, and it's very inspiring. I'm almost done, buddy, then I'll jump on you. All right, so, you got to remember, it was Christians that really set the tone and the freedom in America. They were put into a corner, and you know, Ron Paul has a curriculum, classical conversations, light Christianity, or Christian light, I think it's called, for like math. What was Jesus' religion? He was holy. People used to just be called holy. Doesn't matter. Words are spells. It's branding. I like to use language that's the most effective at explaining what I'm trying to say. Whether you say Yahshua or Jesus Christ or the Son of God. Hey, relax, buddy. It's all the same thing. The way to get around spells, I'm a wizard slayer, is you go for intention and meaning. Disregard. Like somebody, I spelled vein wrong. Instead of V-A-I-N, I said V-E-I-N. Someone corrected me, so then I put an asterisk. Like, he put asterisk V-A-I-N, and I put asterisk G-A-Y, because it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters with words and communication is someone understanding what you're saying. When Jesus was alive, there was no Bible. They were called holy. They were holy people. They were followers of Jesus. Now they're called Christians. Doesn't matter. It's the same thing. So I just want to give a shout out to all the giants that we're currently standing on from the homeschool movement in the 1960s, 70s, and 80s in America. Bear in mind, that was one of the most materialistic times in American history, worse than now. There was no Stead pill then. People weren't talking about Beartaria. People were trying to get everyone to wear 80s shorts and listen to Duran Duran and do COCAINE and have BLOWGOBS and BUICKS cars. Georgie, please! So again, the good fight can be won. And there were Christians in America that fought for homeschooling, and they won. And right now, you get to homeschool because people fought the good fight, and they won. These people will not have statues. Some people are saying, Big Bear, you're going to go down in history for Beartaria. People will have statues of you. I hope not. If people make statues of me, it means I lost the good fight. Georgie, please. No one made statues of all the Christians in America that fought for homeschooling. Their names have been erased. Good. They're with God. We don't need statues. We don't need portraits. We don't need our names in bronze. Can't imagine not homeschooling. Right. And a lot of people, right now, millions of Americans are learning to homeschool, and it's great. So just don't forget your gratitude. Don't think that you get to run out to your bug out thing. God bless the giant legends. Yes. And they're Christians. And even though right now, Christians are kind of humiliated because of their churches. Because the 501c3 trap is now being revealed. It's a great revelation. It's great that these churches all took this satanic deal that they don't have to pay taxes, Georgie, in exchange for, and it takes generations for this to slowly happen, in exchange for compliance to Satanism. The Christians are waking up. The followers of Jesus are waking up. The holy people are holy. The people are still there. Homeschool here in Mississippi. Homeschooling here in Washington. Homeschooling in California. Homeschooling in New York State. And that was because people fought the good fight in the 1960s. Guys, when my mother homeschooled my brother, it was illegal. A police officer came to our door. My mother was part of that fight with a bunch of Christians in Pulaski, and they won. They faced down the man. They won. Be inspired by our past. Jesus said, give to Caesar what is Caesar's. The modern church does not do that. Right. I understand Romans 13, man. I understand how the churchians use it as a grabble to say wear a mask. Don't wear a mask. Romans 13 basically means like tolerate the beast. You know, that's the best way to fight it. It's not to get in bed with the beast. I think Romans 13, even though it's been inverted completely. Hey, buddy. What do you want to say to people? What do you want to say to people, Charles? Hey, that's Charles. Where's Charlie? Where's Charlie? It's basically saying don't get in bed with those people. Don't get in bed with those people. That's why I'm paying tax on Beartaria money, because I want nothing to do with those people. And that's how you win. If you start making deals with them, I get Romans 13. It's not as evil as I once thought it was. It can be used. It can be rhetorically manipulated very badly, but it isn't. It doesn't mean to wear a mask. It doesn't mean to accept sodomy. It doesn't mean to accept usury. None of that. It basically means let the merchant class rub their hands and tolerate them and fill out the paperwork, but don't compromise your morality. That's all it means. Higher power is God, not the state in Romans 13. Right, it's about giving Caesar Caesar. Dude, it's the way to do it. Vox Day's dad, devout Christian, fought Caesar and ended up in prison for 12 years. He was worth $100 million. You know, he did the sovereign citizen thing, and he was like, I have a right to all my own. And they're like, all right. You don't think Vox wanted his dad? You don't think Vox wanted his dad? You know, you got to really weigh these things out. When it comes to money and merchant class stuff, give Caesar Caesar's. Oh, how dare you? You're a cock. Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. Maybe your kids will visit you in prison. Don't wear the mask. The mask is a mandate, not a law. The mask is a compliance test. So, okay, I'm going to go play with my boy. 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, dlive.tv/OwenBenjaminComedy. Let every man be alive. Verse 3 of 13 is the key. A force for good and not for evil. It is evil. The government is tyranny. I don't want to get in a theological debate without the text in front of me. But what I'm saying is it's not about complying to your government. It's about dealing with them. It's about not challenging the beast. Dude, I either get it or you don't. I'm not here to explain. All I'm here is to be grateful. You know, they are bringing the mandate of the mask to Britain soon. I can't wait to stay. Dude, it's fun. Guys, as soon as I saw, it's going to sound a little psychotic, but just don't judge me for it. As soon as I saw that Walmarts are trying to mandate masks, my first instinct, can anyone guess? I haven't been to Walmart in months. I want to go to Walmart. I want to see what they do. And I want to have a fun ninja exercise of, hey buddy, I just want to see how they're going to try and do it. I find it fascinating. If you don't get it, you can, I went in a new car today. Nobody said anything to me, not wearing the mask. Right. I want to go right into Walmart the day they try and mandate, right. And, like yesterday I went to a gas station that I knew was going to give me SHIT about it. And I also wasn't wearing shoes. I wanted to see if they noticed my feet. Like I'm using this as an unbelievable data collection, situation. And I'm not a sociopath, by the way. They won't say anything at Walmart except when you walk in. Right, but I want to see how they're going to do it. I'm here to be... All right, so last comment again is be grateful for the Christian Americans from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s. My mother was one of them who fought the state and won for the right to homeschool your children. Guys, that's not Romans 13. Romans 13 doesn't say give your children to Caesar. Fight them, fight them, fight them. What Romans 13 literally just means is don't bicker with the merchant about money and end up, hey, Georgie, please. They arrested 2 bike thieves at my local Walmart for no mask. Memphis is gravel dough. I think that had to do with bikes. I went to a dentist with my son today and they have a huge sign to wear them and we did and nobody said anything. Right. Yeah, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, guys. You know, maybe a few words in Romans 13 were grabbled, but I got to relook at it based on... I understand the spirit of it. I'm really good at the spirit of the Bible, not good at the litigiousness of it. Like, I understand the vibe of, like, let the grabbler rub the hands. Grow, be fruitful, and multiply. So, thank you, Christian Americans that fought for decades so that I could teach my children the true history and math, and I can be around them and not send them to a crazy labor camp. And I will see you guys at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, dlive.tv/OwenBenjaminComedy. And the church is not Christians. The church is not being holy. It's a separate thing. Have pride in, I don't know if pride's right. Have strength in your Christianity. Have strength in your belief. Have strength in your following of Jesus Christ. Don't feel the shame that should be put on the people that have done this to the churches with the 501c3s, and with the rainbow flags, and with the churchian Bible lawyer nonsense. Let them deal with it. That has nothing to do with God, has nothing to do with Jesus, nothing to do with you and your family. I am the church, right? And we will rebuild. It was a small group of people duped themselves, and they're only hurting themselves. Georgie gets it. Georgie gets it. All right, DLive. Oh, and thegreatbeartrail.com if you want to see what we're up to, and if you want to join the good fight. Fight the good fight, guys. Fight that good fight. It's worth it, and you win. And no one makes a statue out of you. No one puts your name in the histories, and that means you did it right. Look forward to not having statues about you. Gandhi was a PEDO. Martin Luther King Jr. was an RAPIST. Facts. You don't want to be immortalized in bronze. Abraham Lincoln was a GAYSLAVESELLER. with a G-A-Y-H-A-T that he had on top of his H-E-A-D. And he definitely F-U-C-K-E-D a bunch of D-U-D-E-S's. Facts. And he gets the big monument. You don't want a monument. You just want fruit. You want your children to have tons of children to crush. I'm feeling great. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Hi. I'm not going to do a long stream.